Okay. It took me a second to process it. Uh, Nothing different. Low effort. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm the Black Snake, and in today's video, we are reacting to Bengal's Madden 26 franchise rebuild. Now, the goal here is to see what they changed in franchise mode. Now, Bengal, along with other creators, are EA creators. Because of that, they're not allowed to be that critical of the game. They get early access to kind of show off features and things like that. It's not a knock on them. Make your money, boo-boo. I'm being very honest about that. And it's actually a great marketing tactic by EA, allowing these guys to showcase the game before it releases. They are pushing these showcases back further and further, closer and closer to the date of release. So the game actually releases in less than 24 hours. So I didn't have much time to react to this. So I saw that they posted it 15 hours ago at like a random time of day. So I'm just now watching this. I'm going to react to it, and we're going to figure out if there's anything new, different, good, bad, or better about this mode. If you like the video, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Now, this is important to me because I'm a big online dynasty, online franchise type of guy. I usually host community leagues where if you guys want to do a franchise with me or anything like that, I'm constantly doing them. I got one going for college right now. So I spend all my time playing franchise mode. Like 99% of my time, I'm in franchise, I'm in Online Dynasty. So let's see, did they improve it? Did they fix things that I wish that they fixed? Or is it same old, Madden franchise? Let's dive in.
Madden 26 is here, and today we're going to be rebuilding the New York Giants, at least on an early access work in progress version of the game presented by EA Creator Network. All
right, and there he is. He has to highlight the fact that he is an EA creator. So they gave him an early build of the game. And I don't know if they pay these guys directly, but having the game early and being able to make content, you get all the views, you get all the YouTube ad revenue. That's kind of how it works. So it benefits them regardless. It's a big benefit to these guys. Not a knock on them at all. But looking at this, he's rebuilding New York Giants. This screen is pretty much the same of what you've seen in other Maddens. They're going to show you all the traits, how many players on each team has the traits, how much money you're going to have starting off, and they highlight a few players that they think are the most important on the franchise, or at least the highest overall rated players. Blocking 6, passing 30th. You see what you need to fix, improve, things like that, where you rank amongst other NFL teams. So all this is the same.
Giants team, if you can get over the fact that they have the fewest wins in the NFL, I'm not.
All right, so I know they highlighted coaches this year as a big feature. Like every team's supposed to play different, that type of deal. You can kind of see here, offensive guru, defensive. This is for you. I don't know how this affects you and your abilities, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the abilities you start off with as a coach. I know abilities for coaches are a new thing this year.
Sure, I'm loving Joe Shane and Brian Daboll. I wish you could see the comments.
Okay, so right now we're looking at one version of the depth chart. This is the exact same, has been for years. They haven't changed anything here. Offense, defense, special teams, and you can kind of see the pecking order of where people are starting and their pitchers if they have them. If you do multiple seasons, a lot of these pitchers are going to disappear and it's going to be generated players. So this screen's not a big deal for me. It looks cool, but it's the same screen we've had for years.
Over the year. Quarterback in the big...
All right, so we're looking at Russell Wilson. This screen is the exact same. Goals, depth chart, contracts, captain, trade block. There's a couple other menus down there behind this picture. Basically here, it's going to give you a little bit of information on the player. He's been playing for 13 years, 36 years old, weight, height, his player archetype. So his best ability, he's actually tied, but they're going to say strong arm is his best ability. He's tied pretty much. He's a balanced quarterback for sure. Field general, scrambler, improviser, strong arm. He's balanced. But yeah, information that you might want: rating, health, progression, tags, traits. You'll look at all these menus at some point if you get really into franchise mode. But nothing here is different. Nothing here is new.
2025. He's 36 years old.
There you go, ratings. So he went over to ratings. You can see throw power, accuracy, awareness, throw on the run. A decent quarterback for sure. Not a bad quarterback to have, minus the fact that he's older. So he really won't get better, and he'll probably retire sooner than later.
He loves life. I mean, I got to give him credit. It's slightly different. There's only one receiver drill now, which...
Okay. And you can tell in his voice he's not happy about that. So if you're unfamiliar, I pause it here. This is the off-season workouts. You get to pick a drill. You can only use that drill once. You get to pick a player, and that player will go through that drill. And looking over here, you can see what you get if you complete gold versus bronze. You get 2 skill points to upgrade your player. So a lot of times I'll come in here with a rookie player that I want to build up, and I will do the drill to get him extra XP to start off and extra skill points. And the rookie snaps show his abilities sooner than later. A lot of times you need like 500 snaps or something like that to see what their ability is. Not ability, but their dev trait. I forget what it's called. But ultimately, it's nice to have this. But I hate the fact that they're decreasing the amount of drills. I think it's stupid. So he said there's only one wide receiver drill, which means you only get to pick one wide receiver that you can upgrade his abilities. Everybody else is going to be what they are. I think that's stupid.
There's only one receiver drill now, which I prefer when there was 2.
And that's kind of what I mean. He can't really be that critical. He can say what he prefers. Usually a lot of times with the EA creators, they'll be a lot more critical later after the game releases. So maybe 2 weeks after the game releases, they come out with a video. Okay, this is what I really think about the franchise. A lot of those guys do that. But yeah, this is stupid. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the drills to begin with, simply because it's not real football. Not one player spends their off season working. You see a bunch of players working. When it comes to training camp, things like that, let's look at Cleveland, for example. They got 4 quarterbacks. They got more than 4 quarterbacks, but let's focus on the 4 main quarterbacks, right? Yes, there are limited reps, but everybody gets reps. So you have the starter, which is Joe Flacco right now, and I think the 4th quarterback on the depth chart is going to be Shedeur Sanders. The other 2 are dealing with injuries right now, but ultimately, Joe gets most of the reps, and then it works its way down all the way to Shedeur Sanders. A more tiered experience, I think, would be better for offseason, where you can rank who gets more reps, but limiting it to 1 or 2 players being able to, upgrade their abilities. I think that's ridiculous. Maybe I have 2 quarterbacks that are going to be in a quarterback battle. Let's split the reps. Something like that. Let's split the XP. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. And giving us less is not more. So,
and there's still 2 quarterback drills, but only 1 rushing.
Yeah, only 1 rushing means only 1 running back can benefit from this.
Only 1 defensive back.
Yeah, it's dumb.
All right. I have no...
And you can hear it in his voice. He doesn't like it. He really doesn't like that.
No idea how this drill...
And this is another guy that spends a lot of time in franchise. So he again, he won't be critical right now about it. But you could tell that he doesn't like that. That makes it a lot less fun.
Works.
And he's doing a drill.
I don't know how to make this happen.
I think he has to use freeform passing to make this work. Again, I've never been a fan of the drills. I think these are stupid. This is not something somebody does in real life. They're better off giving you a trash can and letting you throw footballs in a trash can to practice accuracy versus these little floating, whatever you want to call them, targets.
I mean, I've got simply no clue. Quarterback, but if we end up with...
So this is our first look at the draft screen here, or one of the draft screens. Early in the season, right now you don't have much information on the players. You can see this quarterback's only 5% scouted. Projected, forgive me, hiccups, awareness, carry. Eventually you're going to get letter grades for all these players as you scout them more. Projected top 5, what he actually is, that will be revealed if you can scout him 100%. I don't like this feature. It looks like they brought it back. You can't scout everyone. That's the problem. There's going to be like a couple players that will be 100% scouted, and then everybody else is going to be like 90 to 60 or somewhere in there. So you won't have much information on a lot of players later in rounds. I was hoping they would do this differently, but it looks like they brought back the same exact screen, same exact scouting. I don't see any changes here.
The number 1 overall pick, and there we
go.
True.
Yep, same exact screens, man. Again, as you scout him more, you'll get just one of these instead of it being split between two. So his agility is either going to be good or solid. We know that. But once you scout him a little bit more, it'll say just good or it'll say just solid, and that's for all these ratings. The combine, you'll see that in the offseason free agency week 1. For pro days, offseason free agency week 2. Yeah, that's what you're looking at. Same exact screen. So if you played franchise before, we've seen this before. And then I want to rewind it a little bit right here. I hated this. Player notes. These are some of the most pointless things that you could have. Now, you get all this information before you scout them at all. And it doesn't change, it doesn't update, it doesn't really tell you much about the player. And a lot of these are going to be repeat on a bunch of different players. You could go to a quarterback right now that's not going to be drafted and see these exact same player notes. So I'm not a fan of it. The stuff that's probably the most important, their key ratings, are going to be very important. So when those get revealed, but outside of that, same screen, no new information. They have not updated this at all.
And there is a mid-season mark.
Okay, so we haven't seen this screen yet. This is going to be your home screen, the screen you look at the most. Believe it or not, has not changed. Like the layout might be slightly different. You got your story still over here that you could scroll up and down on. You see that he's on the trade block. I've never liked their trade block logic. What do you want? What are you looking for? Is it easier to trade for this guy since he's on the block? You're telling everybody come get him, so he should be a little bit easier to get. But yeah, never a fan of the trade logic. Storylines, film room. So storylines are back. Scout, coach, central, manage, GM, play, advance. Nothing new. No new information. There's something down here that I think is important. I'm actually going to show you guys that at the end of the video. I guess they have weekly recap replays now. There's another YouTuber that posted it. I'll show you what that looks like. But ultimately, I'm not impressed by this. This is kind of boring.
Mark of free agents. Wandale.
All right, free agency screen, the exact same. Nothing's changed here. Still the same screen. Still the same information. And I'm guessing when you click on start negotiations, it's going to be the same too.
Robinson. Here's the problem. I get it. Evan Neal is an obvious one, but here's the thing.
Okay. So he just did something that's important. He's going to try to get information on Evan Neal, right? He wants to know his ratings, things like that. I'm guessing that's what he wants to know because I do this all the time. Player card is where you got to go for that. I think that they need to shrink this and just give me all the player information so I can scroll down and not have to go through another menu to get the information I want. So let's see if I'm crazy.
Is an obvious one, but here's the thing. I get it. I know who Evan Neal is, right? I've got a pretty good idea. But in the game...
Yep. So we've already seen this menu. We've been here before. He has to scroll over just to see the ratings.
24 years old.
So it's
He's
just...
75.
It's like a bunch of unnecessary load time. This is all he wanted. He just wanted to see the ratings to see if it's worth re-signing. Again, I've done this so many times. I've looked at the screen so many times. Nothing here has changed. They could have simplified this and put it all on that other screen, but for whatever reason, they don't.
5 overall. He is a good run blocker. I think we head to...
All right, so he's looking at the trade center now. It looks the exact same. Nothing new. Cap room, like all this is the same. The only thing different is the background color. Like that's it.
The trade center.
Trade finder. I spent a lot of time in there. That looked no different.
And try.
This doesn't look any different. Again, it does not give you any player information. It just, most of the screen is just kind of unnecessary. I want to see what my players' ratings are that I'm considering getting rid of. That's all I want.
Try to sell off some of these
and the money. The money's
assets,
important in overall, but show me everything.
Is potentially Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, this screen, exact same. You put a player that you want to get rid of or draft pick, or you can go over here and do the same thing with somebody you want. You hit a button. I believe his face is blocking it, and it will give you trades that fit whatever they want.
The team just re-signed Darius Slayton, which
so this is not
an
new.
Interesting one. I would be willing.
Okay, so he picked the quarterback. He doesn't show us picking the quarterback, but he takes the quarterback, Russell Wilson, and put him in Trade Finder. And because of that, all these different teams are going to offer things for him. So Cleveland's the first one, offering him a right guard, 80 overall. and a 7th-round pick for Russell Wilson. That's what he's trying to do. If you come over here to the Jets, this is what they're offering, a DT and a 4th-round pick. Again, not new. Not new at all.
To give us Tevin Jenkins to acquire Russell Wilson here at the deadline. We'd also be picking up a 7th-round pick. I don't see any reason to not do this.
Yeah, it's a good trade.
We're going to try and upgrade the offensive line slightly.
Okay. Another issue. There's no fanfare. This man just made a big trade. A franchise-altering trade. Traded away their starting quarterback, Russell Wilson, for a right guard, a really good right guard, too. And that's it. It just goes back to the menu. I think this is an opportunity to add some type of fanfare and make you feel like you're part of an organization, right? Let's see that player come in. Let's see you say goodbye to a player. It's such a minor thing, and they do it in other games like FIFA and stuff like that. Or not FIFA, FC 25, 26, whichever one's out right now. They do that in their, version of franchise mode. But for whatever reason, they leave things like that out of Madden, and I have no clue why. Like, why leave that out when you use it in other games? Make me feel like I'm in the building, I'm a part of this organization, and I get to watch players come and go. We celebrate, we cry. Just give me something to make me feel like this is a living, breathing team. You want it to feel like a living, breathing world, but maybe I'm crazy, but a lot of franchise guys, we play this mode pretty slow. We take our time. We want to enjoy it. Give us some type of life.
I know Tevin Jenkins hasn't exactly worked out to a huge level so far in the NFL.
The next time we see the player is when we go to the menu, and that's all we get of them. Just the name, a dollar amount, and an overall.
To be this awesome right tackle. That hasn't really played
Maybe
out.
I'm asking for too much.
Us,
Y'all let me know.
Affordable. He's going to be in Indianapolis.
All right. So they just made another trade. Got rid of a right tackle, cornerback, and a 4th round for a 2nd-round pick. Yeah, he wants to get draft capital. I don't blame him. Probably save some money there. But yeah, it's just menus, man.
If I send Jermaine Illuminor, Cordell Flott, and a 4th to Indianapolis, we are doing it. Picking up an extra 2nd.
And that's it. Nothing. No news. No nothing, bro. Like, that may be a trade that you're celebrating, but give us something, bro. Give us something to make a big deal out of these moments. Because it is a big deal. It's a big deal. Why does it not feel like a big deal?
Round pick isn't bad, especially when you more money. I get what you're saying, but
so he finally is making offers. It's the first time we get a chance to see this. Micah McFadden, position. If I could find it, I apologize. The will position, that's what he is. So you can see here his interest level in the team is nothing. This entire screen is the exact same as prior years. Nothing has changed. No new information. No new way to negotiate. It's the exact same. They have not been innovative in this whatsoever. You can see your depth chart. You can see 4 years, 1.9 million. What that offer breakdown looks like. It hasn't changed, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I want to do not awful.
All right. Just signed a player. You get the exact same. This offer is perfect. Can't wait till next year. I don't even think the text is different, bro. I think all this is the exact same. So it's screaming very low effort.
Evan Neal's going to be back.
They really just copied and pasted, I think.
Back long term.
Like, I think they made the text bigger, bolder, maybe a little bit more white. Nah, copy paste.
Hopefully we can develop him.
Brian. Right. What up, coach? I'm guessing this is a moment or a storyline. Now has X Factor development. Coach, just a heads up, if you thought last game was good, wait till you see what I do this week.
Has a breakout. It says Brian Burns now has Superstar X Factor.
Okay.
Okay.
His okay. His okay touched my soul, bro. That was so unclimactic. Yeah.
Is that true? It is true.
Bro, listen.
Okay. Is that Superstar?
Hold on. Listen to him. Just listen to him.
It says Brian Burns now has Superstar X Factor. Okay. Is that true? It is true.
I'm
Abdul
sorry.
Carter's playing up to an 8.
I'm sorry. Bro, that was kind of lame, bro. But hey, what do I know?
87, by the way. Pretty good for a rookie, I would say. He did not make the playoffs.
All right, so end of the year, this is what the screen looks like. Quarterback play could be the deciding factor. Wild card, prepare for playoff. So all the news is playoff talk. Tomlin Steelers face page playoff talk. Mock draft scout, nothing really new here. Tells you got about 11 million in salary cap. Your record for last year, your ratings, what you need. He needs a kicker, punter, and then a long snapper. Team needs. That's funny that's highlighted at the top. Out of every position, they highlight kicker and punter. I think those are kind of obvious. Yeah, nothing new, nothing special. Oh, that was new.
Pretty good for a
Hold
rookie,
on.
I would say. He did not
That
make
almost
the
slipped
playoffs.
past me there. That was so quick. There we go. So he's using this coach. Approval rating 21%. If you have it where you can get fired turned on, he'd probably get fired. Staff progress. I guess your staff can level up. Approval breakdown. I'm assuming this is your approval from each of these things. So players approve of you 42%, but the fans only 3%. And then he has not talked about abilities at all. I don't know if he will in this. But this is supposed to be a big part of franchise. Again, he's not going to be critical or hypercritical or very in-depth if he says anything negative at all. Not a knock. Making sure y'all know that. Get your money, boo-boo. But this is an important part that I want to know more about. My general assumption of this is it's kind of lame. They kind of force narratives or like fake training and fake things like that with abilities. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this is supposed to help you as a coach. So yeah, maybe I'm crazy, but he has not touched on this at all.
That's not great. Check out the season.
Okay, first time we're looking at season stats and things like that. This menu looks the exact same. We're not going to waste time here. Yep, stats, the exact same. I'm assuming you can go to NFL overall. God damn, 10 for 20? That's horrible. That's looking like Peyton Manning's rookie year.
Do pretty badly. Rams, Ravens.
Okay, first time we get a chance to look at the playoff bracket. Not something you really expect them to make look amazing or great or make too many changes on. You notice things only when they're not making changes elsewhere. Like if there's no other meaningful changes, that's the thing. I have not seen one meaningful change anywhere else yet in franchise mode. So yeah, my alarms are kind of going off about that.
Super Bowl. Man, the Falcons are on us very well.
All right, another scream. Season recap. You see who won the Super Bowl. You see who the MVP of the Super Bowl is. That's going to be behind his head. MVP of the season, coach of the year. Just general stuff you might want to know. Usually that stuff is displayed somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. So this isn't the only place you can see it. So nothing stands out here. You just kind of come here to see who won the Super Bowl.
As the Ravens crushed. Could be a good fit. He's going to be pretty affordable. Short-term contract. And we've got Jalen Coe.
Okay, so right there, he just signed somebody in free agency, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying. This doesn't feel like I'm a part of an organization. It just menus, clicks, clicks, clicks. We just signed a player in free agency, and there's no type of fanfare, no type of excitement, nobody celebrating, no news segment, no nothing about this. I might be able to come over here and just scroll down and read it, but that's not enough, bro. I'm supposed to be a coach of the New York Giants. Let me feel like I did something in the organization. Let there be talk amongst something in the organization, man. I feel like they really missing out on that. And it's been so many years. I don't know if they're capable of doing it. That breaks my heart.
Over, wrap it up.
So like he's excited about the player he just signed. You see what I'm saying? Like he has to create his own excitement. They're not assisting with that.
Subscribe. See, here's what we do know.
All right, boom. So he's done a bunch of scouting. You can see though some of these players still aren't scouted that much. So 100% for the quarterback. We know everything there is to know about him. If you go down to this cornerback, we only know 80% about him. And you can kind of see that over here. So the 100% player, we know that A, and then the rest of his stats are kind of hidden. Over here with that cornerback, like I was talking about, 80%, A, question mark. We don't know everything. And that's kind of how it works.
After
Again, no change. So yeah, the quarterback, you can see key ratings. It tells you everything. Again, now that he's 90 or 100% scouted, we first saw him 5% scouted. These were his player notes. Now that he's 100% scouted, the player notes have not changed. I don't think they have any meaning whatsoever. If they do, it's not explained very well at all.
Leon.
And we also know that he is a top 5 talent after being scouted. So the projection was correct. 100% scouted. His rank hasn't changed. He's still considered the best player in this draft.
Nate Beckham
but
is a top 5 talent
nothing
in the
new.
draft. That means he's going to
be here again. We know exactly what his ratings are over here in terms of decent, good, whatever that is. Excellent. We know what his 40 time is for the combine and for this college pro day. He ran the same speed. 6th ranked quarterback, 7th ranked quarterback. Somebody did a little bit better at college pro day, but usually you want to go by the combine. Some of this information is relevant to the position, not all of it. So just keep your eyes out for that. So like no one really cares what the jump ability of your quarterback is. Usually that's not something you care about for vertical or broad, but you do care about his 40-yard dash if you're trying to get a dual threat. You want to see that closer to the 4.4s, 4.3s if you want a scrambling quarterback.
Really, really good quarterback. Irons.
Okay, so this quarterback, 80% scouted. Again, projected first round. We don't know exactly where he fits because he's only 80%. Again, his player notes won't change at all as well.
Worth looking at here as a focus.
We see that his rank has gone up 5. You see his ratings. You see all this information here.
This player doesn't quite have the same type of...
Boom, and skills. So you have some of the letter grades for sure. Everything else is still up in the air. Juke is between a D and F, C, D, B, C, D, F, B, C. So not 100% accurate on everything, just some of the stats. And it's random which ones they give you 100% on. So, yeah, they haven't changed it. I wish they would.
Arm down. NFL draft time.
All right.
We need...
This is probably one of the most exciting times in the NFL. And EA does not come close to capturing that excitement. Again, I think the miss is they're not making us feel like we're part of an organization.
To make our picks count.
And that hurts.
We are picking near the top of the draft for a reason.
Okay. It took me a second to process it. Nothing different. Low effort. Low effort. The menu stuff, exactly where it was, same thing. The draft board, low quality, does not look good at all.
The reason is we stink. I want to know down in the comment section below. Let me know who you would take.
Bro, that's just bad, bro.
With the players.
All right. Yep. So inside here, same menus.
Beckham.
If you want to see the players' information, you got to click on it and go to another menu. You can get some of the information by scrolling to the right.
Somehow makes it to want to trade down.
All right. So players been picked.
Of getting a really, really good player. I'm trying to make the team as good as possible.
I'm sorry,
y'all.
y'all.
I know it's really tough to pass on a top 5 talent in the draft.
I'm trying my best not to crash out.
But he's going to the Browns.
Low effort, bro.
He's not going to be good anyway. We missed this one.
Bro, nothing about this is exciting. Nothing about this is like, yeah, yo, like nothing, bro.
Ironically, we have already seen Beckham with the Browns.
Okay, so my input though, if I was gonna be critical, I would nix all of this. I really would. I would focus on each individual franchise, right? You could have a draft. Like what I would do is I would have everybody right now in the New York Giants war room. The coach in there. You see all your staff around you. Make the staff look like real people or whatever, and people you hire, fire, everybody looks a little bit different. So the people that you personally hire are in this room with you, so you have some type of connection with them, right? So that means you gotta do better with staffing, better with assistant coaches. You gotta give them some type of player models, anything, right? That way it feels a little bit more personalized. So you have your personalized staff inside your war room. during the draft, right? You have a draft board up on screen somewhere. So take this exact same board, put that up on screen. You don't need to see nobody walking across the stage. Let's just nix it, because if you're not going to do it, to a high level, let's kill it entirely. So war room, personalized staff. You have relationships with these guys. Maybe you fire somebody, hire somebody, whatever. At least there's a familiar face in the room. When you make a pick, y'all need to be celebrating. Everybody in that room needs to be celebrating, pumping their fists. Good job, coach. Yeah, we got our player. Like something, bro. Some type of excitement. If you're gonna do it, that's how you do it. If you're not gonna do that, this is just not good. It's not good, and it's been like this for a while now, bro. Like, low effort. And I just came up with that off the top of my head, Joe. Like, just a war room. Just do a war room, bro. War room, draft board. Forget the stage. Forget Roger Goodell. Just focus on your team, because that's what this mode is supposed to be about. Your team, your experience. Just something, man. And then after you sign these players, bro, what happens to the moment where the players fly in, same night? Oop. What happened to the moment where the players fly in the same night and have a press conference and everybody's sitting at the podium in a little interview? Like, you don't have to have a real interview, but make it look like this. We bring in the players in the building. Yo, welcome to the team. Come on down to the facility, bro, so you can get familiar with everything and everyone. Like, just a moment of that, bro, because this is a big deal. Number 1 draft pick is a quarterback. That's supposed to be a big deal. Y'all tell me if I'm crazy in the comments, man. Like, I know I'm wilding.
Because of the Giants. It didn't really work.
Also, where are the trades? Where are the draft day trades amongst the computer? They need to be making crazy trades right now. I don't know what the logic needs to be or how you do that, but that should be a priority. That should be a focus, because that's where a lot of trades happen. The day before and the day of the draft. Constant trade up, trade down. He traded 3 times. Like, something. Give us something. And mind you, I didn't even talk about this. The draft logic sucks. Y'all said y'all were working on this years ago, where if you draft quarterbacks early, you don't draft quarterbacks again. Maybe they did fix the logic, but I haven't seen it. Like, every time I play, and a bad team is constantly grabbing the number 1 quarterback every single chance they get. Yeah, it sucks, bro.
Work out that great. But Nate Beckham was just not going to be in the cards for us. Commanders.
Okay, I'm assuming he's skipping. I'm gonna assume when I do the franchise, the last few times I've done it, it doesn't work. Like, it won't even show the animation all the time.
Picking number 2 overall, because
so
that might change.
He's gonna trade his draft pick. I do this a lot too sometimes if there's not a player I want. So he's gonna trade down. But again, there's no fanfare over this, man. This is a big moment.
The Browns, of course.
Whoever gets the 5th pick should be excited, happy, something. Show us something, or we show our team, and how we might feel inside the war room, bro. Something.
Do have 2 first. A lot of moving parts here.
Okay, so he just traded around the 5th pick, or traded away the 5th pick to the Chargers, along with a couple players. He got another 1st round same year.
And it does pain me to do this.
Outside of his own excitement, there's no other excitement.
I was super excited, but pick this year.
So yeah, he traded away the pick. Chargers got the 5th pick. There's no excitement. No buzz in the room, no talk, no news segment. Give us something, bro. Something big just happened. Somebody just traded up for the 5th pick in the current draft during the draft.
So a lot of moving parts right now. I think Prince is the best player we can take.
Okay, so
that's what I'm going to do.
He drafted the player.
Clarence Prince. Welcome.
So this is his draft pick.
Rutherford, New Jersey. Now,
and I'm sorry when you pick
and
I'm sorry when you make a pick. It's a big moment for you. Like, if you're into franchises and stuff, if you did this in real life, bro, it's so exciting. Even just rooting for your team and seeing who they pick, it's exciting.
Taking a Prince in the 1st round.
And I feel like they're not getting that. Yeah, that hug was last year.
Out of Nebraska.
The animations are the same.
2009? Could have been 2011, actually.
Bro, this is screaming low effort.
It was 2009, the Hakeem Nicks.
Okay, they got the same little silly animation where the dude just stands there, look goofy. A grade, tells you what his rank is. He's the #2 best player in this draft. He got him at 10, which is a win. Should be an A plus, but you know that's me. Track speed, everything else is blocked by his head, but it's so low effort, guys. I'm sorry.
Here, that might have been. I think that's how it worked out. Well, it's an excellent pick. #2 player in the draft. We got him at 10. Track speed, 93 change of direction and jumping 92 acceleration.
Yep. None of this is different. He got a great player, hidden dev trait, of course. Again, he only gets to use one cornerback thing, so it's best to use it on him to knock that down by 400 plays. So he only has to play 100 plays to reveal his dev trait. So, but yeah, this is nothing new. All right, guys. So we're in the second round now.
Pickens a better athlete, but we are going to go with Jalen Davenport.
He takes a wide receiver.
New weapon for Jackson Dart. He's a top 12.
No animation. No nothing. You just get the silly look over here. New York selection. This is an A plus. Got him at 37. He's ranked #12. Good pick by him, but again, outside of his own excitement, I'm not excited.
Player. We took him at 37. Hands made of glue. No issues catching through traffic.
Like, I don't feel like I'm a coach for the Giants right now. I just don't.
Consistently bailed out quarterbacks, by the way.
But yeah, guys, that was all there is to show in the draft. You saw 2 draft picks. That's all there is. There's nothing else to see. Everything after that is just the same repeat, no animation.
Got a lot of changes made. That's the question. Let's check out the draft recap as the Browns are all
right. And just to show you the draft recap, nothing really new. It just looks different, but it's the same menu. Pick 81 overall, second best player in the draft, and as it kind of goes down, 12th best player in the draft. Yeah, nothing really here to look at, guys. There's just no excitement.
Already think about it.
Okay, so first real look at the scouting page, the exact same thing. You come in here, you hire scouts based off of what positions you want. You fire scouts because they're not experts in certain positions. I think that whole thing is stupid. I'm sorry, forgive me. I think that's dumb. You're not hiring and firing a scout every single year. Like, if somebody did a good job last year scouting, you're going to keep them on board. Loyalty, like some type of loyalty, like this right here, just let you know you're just going to fire him. We got a quarterback. We don't need you anymore. Since you're a quarterback expert, you're out. We don't trust you with running backs. Like, he can't scout more than one position or more than 2 positions. So I think this whole setup is dumb. Needs to be improved. Again, if y'all did the draft war room or just had moments where you and your entire team, like coaching staff, scouts, all get together throughout the season, like that would be so impactful. And knowing that you hired each and every one of these individuals and they have unique looks to them or whatever, unique names, it feels more personalized. This seems emotionless. This whole scouting process is emotionless. Especially with the constant firing every year of all your scouts to get new scouts. It's dumb.
There are only likes in the
So yeah, looking at here. So if he doesn't need a DT or OT, he's gonna fire him.
Northeast. Let me fire all of my scouts.
Can't make it up, bro. You cannot make this up.
Frank.
Right away. I don't even know what I want yet, but let me just fire everybody. We'll start over. Like, that's crazy. So we're deeper into this career now. It's been a lot of repeat. He's not really showing anything new. This is my first time seeing this screen, so I wanted to share that with you guys. He's about to jump into a playoff game. So this is what it kind of looks like.
This could be an interesting one. Here, rain is a big...
I'm excited to see what the rain and the snow looks like. I know snow is a little bit harder to come by, especially in franchise mode. Rain would be a little bit more common, but I want to see what it looks like on my PS5 Pro.
Big new element.
Again, this video is not about the gameplay. I just wanted to share with you guys just a little bit of it.
Maybe just rain, but the weather in general is a pretty big new change to Madden 26, especially the snow games. Philadelphia.
All right, so he's onto the field now.
Barely even see,
you can see the jerseys are dirty.
In front of us. We need a touchdown bad. End of the third quarter.
Drops
We
back.
need points. That's a good
Throws
route.
it to B. Catch.
Catch made by Davenport. That's a
Boom.
first down. Dart has been intercepted.
And the sideline didn't look bad. Maybe because it's foggy, but it didn't look bad. Let me see.
We need a touchdown bad. End of the third quarter.
I'm just watching the sideline right now. Because, again, atmosphere matters,
That's a
man.
good route. Catch made by Davenport. That's a first down.
Again, it's foggy, so I can't really see the crowd either.
We need points. That's a good route. Catch made by Davenport.
I will say,
first down.
College Football 26, the crowd feels alive. All right, guys, so we are almost at the end of the video. Again, since the last time, there hasn't been no new information, no new menus, no new settings, no new gameplay features. We are at the Super Bowl, so this is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to see the Super Bowl stuff, go ahead, click off. I'm going to show the intro. I'm going to show the Super Bowl celebration. And then I'm going to show a feature that they added that I'm excited for if they executed, where you get to see game highlights at the end of the week. Now, what I was told is it's only for like an online franchise, and it will only show all the users like highlight plays. If you're playing solo, I don't know how that works, but we're going to show you another YouTuber who has posted that. I'm only going to show a little bit. I'll put the link for him in the description along with Bengal. So if you want to watch the full video in its entirety yourself, you can do that. But here's the Super Bowl.
Have such a great Giants chief, Kawika Mitchell. Now,
All
I'm
right.
afraid to share that with you.
Here's the intro. What do they do?
It might impact my immaculate grid scores if I go back to that game. I may do a video playing every immaculate grid
I will say right now it looks crisp. The presentation here looks good.
ever. My videos are long enough. That one would be insanely long. But Kawika Mitchell is a very good Chief and Giant pull. There are more, but that's all I'm going to think about right now. It's 2 in the morning. We have...
So I get it. They're trying to hype you up. I can't say it's doing it for me, but
the best quarterback in the NFL versus Patrick Mahomes.
they come out.
Super Bowl in Minnesota. Dart's ready to go. Will Mahomes be able to defeat the mighty Jackson Dart? We're about to find out. I'm going to say hopefully not. Super
Okay.
Bowl presentation.
If I was to rate it, I think he's about to rate it. I want to see what he says, but if I was to rate it, a 3. A 3. Like, I loved all the overlays to start off, but then once they started showing the players and stuff like that, it was kind of, yeah, I give it a 3. I'm sorry. Just being honest.
Big game.
See the Super Bowl celebration here.
Super Bowl. Mahomes to scramble. Let him run. That's the game. The New York Giants are Super Bowl champions for a 5th time. It's
There you
another
go.
14-point win. Our defense won us a championship here. And that is our superstar X Factor rookie safety Chad Harrison pointing.
Anybody else see that? Those water effects?
Our X Factor rookie
The
safety
Gatorade
Chad
effect.
Harrison pointing.
It's not a big deal, but man, it looks so bad it stood out to me. Y'all tell me if that looked bad to you the first time.
To his Super Bowl ring. Big reason why we won it. What a rookie for us.
Man.
And that is a beautiful
All right.
sight to see.
I will say, Bengal's entertaining, but the game, the franchise, is breaking my heart right now, man.
Will Jackson Dart ever hoist a Lombardi trophy in real life? There are a lot of backup quarterbacks who do, so
Yeah.
no, it could happen. Stranger things have happened. I'd love it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
But here's what I would like to see is the
And
Giants
then
just
they're
not
gonna
having
go
the worst record
into
in football
highlights.
since 2017. The bar is so low.
Okay. Yeah, that one's. It doesn't get me excited, bro. It does not. Yeah, guys. Ultimately, I feel like it's missing some type of intimacy. Again, if you implement what I suggest, with the coaching staff, the scouting, like there should be some celebration amongst them. I don't know. It's lackluster for me. It doesn't hit. Doesn't make me feel like I accomplished something tough, which is probably one of the toughest things you can do is win a Super Bowl. Video game or not, that you got to find a way to convey that feeling, you know. And I feel like they didn't do it. But again, I feel like there's not a lot of intimate moments because you sign a player, there's nothing to celebrate that player when you sign him. You hire a scout, there's no celebrating that scout. You're just going to fire him next year. There's no intimacy amongst the team. So when you accomplish this goal, do you really feel connected to these guys? The answer for that to me right now is kind of no. So, you know, you can manufacture it, but they don't do a good job of it. All right, so now that we finished that, to close out the video, so that was Bengal. Again, his link is going to be in the description if you want to watch the full 2-hour and 50-minute video. Otherwise, we have I Play on Broadcast. He posted the weekly recap show, so that's right down here in the bottom. Bengal's head was blocking it. I'm going to play just a couple of these. I'm not going to play the whole thing. If you want to see the whole thing, go watch his video. Matter of fact, I'll just play one. I'll play one for now so we have an idea of what this looks like.
Football is back.
I'm loving the commentation.
I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the...
But did y'all see that? I just noticed something. Look right here. This freezes.
Football is back. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the new EA...
It's just screaming low quality, bro. Low quality, low effort.
EA Sports Weekly Recap.
Like, how is that lagging?
For week...
Now, mind you, this is probably an early build still, so I'll give him that. I don't want to because something tell me that this isn't just an early build.
One of the 2025 regular season.
Let's see.
Lots to get to this week. We'll start at Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. They show a little bit of stats.
And this is Caleb Williams leading the charge. This one of his 4 touchdown tosses on the night.
All right, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. I'm happy that they are trying. They are lacking information. Is it just 1 or 2 plays? How often will I see this? Looks like it's just 1 play per game. Yeah, they breaking my heart. They breaking my heart. I'm happy that they're attempting to do it, but it's lacking for sure. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. But until next time, I'm the Black Snake.